If the English servants of the East India Company had carried out the orders of its court of directors honestly and scrupulously, there would have been no British Empire in India. If the dark, governor of Calcutta, did not ignore Company's instruction about fortification of the Fort William, and arrogantly provoking the Nawab of Bengal, there would have been no invasion of Calcutta, and no Plassey. The Nawabs of Bengal oversaw a period of proto-industrialization. The Bengal-Bihar-Orissa Triangle was a major production center for cotton muslin cloth, silk cloth, shipbuilding, gunpowder, saltpeter, and metalwork. The region became a base for the British East India Company, the French East India Company, the Danish East India Company, the Austrian East India Company, the Ostend Company, and the Dutch East India Company. The British East India Company was increasing their political and commercial influence in the Indian subcontinent, particularly in Bengal. They have built fortifications and dug a moat in Calcutta contrary to the established laws of the country. Mughal Emperor, in 1717, granted a royal order which had granted the company the freedom to export and import their goods in Bengal without paying taxes and the right to issue passes or dastaks for the movement of such goods. But, servants of the East India Company were misusing the concessions by openly indulging in private trade for profit, and issuing passes for free movement of goods to their agents. This resulted into the loss of income to the state. Nawab Siraj ud Daula ruled for little over 1 year, April 1756 to June 1757. During his short-lived administration the young Nawab faced enemies from within the family as well as from outside. Siraj ud Daula's nomination to the Nawabship caused jealousy and enmity of Ghassidi Begum, eldest sister of Siraj's mother, Rajaraj Balab, treasurer, Mir Jafar, a relative and paymaster of the army, and Shaukat Jang, Siraj's cousin. Siraj ud Daula placed Ghassidi Begum in confinement and seized her wealth. Shaukat Jang was killed in a clash. Mir Jafar was replaced by Mir Muddan from the post of paymaster of the army. In order to counterpoise the old one which usurped the power of the Nawabs to a great extent, Nawab made certain changes in high government positions giving them to his own favorites. These changes threatened the position of the dominant section of the ruling group in Murshidabad, which was engaged in accumulation of wealth during the time of the earlier Nawabs. Prominent Indian traders independently and in collusion with the East India Company were cheating the government on taxes. Siraj ud Daula took steps to systematize tax collection and strengthen the machinery for tax collection. Indian traders now wanted him out. Siraj ud Daula repeatedly asked the British to demolish the additional fortification, settle the question of illegal use of duty-free permits and return Krishna Das, son of Rajaraj Balab who appropriated government funds. Company, instead of agreeing to pay taxes on their goods to the Nawab, they levied heavy duties on Indian goods entering Calcutta which was under their control. All this naturally annoyed and angered the young Nawab who also suspected that the company was hostile to him and was favoring his rivals for the throne of Bengal. Acting with great energy but with undue haste and inadequate preparation, Siraj ud Daula seized the English factory at Qasim Bazar, marched on to Calcutta, and occupied Fort William on June 20, 1756. He then retired from Calcutta to celebrate his easy victory, letting the English escape with their ships. This was a mistake for he had underestimated the strength of his enemy. The English officials took refuge at Fulta near the sea protected by their naval superiority. Here they waited for aid from Madras and, in meantime, organized a web of intrigue and treachery with the leading men of the Nawab's court. Chief among these were Mir Jafar, the Mir Bakshi, Manik Chand, the officer in charge of Calcutta, Amikand, a rich merchant, Jugat Seth, the biggest banker of Bengal, and Kadam Khan, who commanded a large number of the Nawab's troops. From Madras came a strong naval and military force under Admiral Watson and Colonel Clive. Clive reconquered Calcutta in the beginning of 1757 and compelled the Nawab to concede all the demands of the English. The English, however, were not satisfied, they were aiming high. They had decided to install a more pliant tool in Siraj ud Daula's place. Having joined a conspiracy organized by the enemies of the young Nawab to place Mir Jafar on the throne of Bengal, the company presented the youthful Nawab with an impossible set of demands. Both sides realized that a war to the finish would have to be fought between them. The company was hesitant initially of direct military clash with Nawab of Bengal. However, a previous success of similarly interfering in Arcot emboldened it. Company successfully made a conspiracy against the Nawab and enlisted the support of Mir Jafar, the Jugat Sheth and other disaffected courtiers. British made an agreement with Mir Jafar that major part of the Nawab's army, led by the Mir Jafar and Rai Durlab, will take no part in the fighting. Mir Jafar will join company forces at the time of need. When everything was finalized, the company's forces under Robert Clive and Charles Watson moved towards Murshidabad for a showdown.